Hi there, my name is Mark, and this is Pacific Northwest Solar. Our family has a solar array installed at our property in rural western Washington state, on the west coast of the USA. I've been inspired by other YouTubers to share my experience with our solar array. This video summarizes my results for the entire year of 2023, and I hope it will be useful information if you are considering getting solar at your home. Please also see the link to my separate video that gives more details on our installation, listed below in the description. Here's a picture of our 16 kilowatt ground mount solar array. The solar array is directly south facing in one of our pastures, with no trees or other obstructions around it. We have 50Z and shine panels, rated for 320 watts each, with Hoymiles M300 microinverters on the backs of the panels. These microinverters convert the panel's DC output to 240-volt AC power, which is sent back to the breaker panel at the house. There is only one choice of electricity providers where we live. Currently, the cost of electricity from the grid is the same no matter what day or time it's consumed. No time of use rates. Any power generated automatically goes to usage in the house first, and then any additional is automatically returned to the grid. We get a 1-to-1 credit for each kilowatt hour that we send back to the grid. These credits directly deduct from the power we are charged at the end of the month. As you can imagine, the overall idea is to overproduce in the summer and use the credits to reduce or eliminate the electricity bill in late fall and winter months. I am using a Sense device in my electric panel to track power generated and power consumed, and I have written a custom Python program to capture real-time metrics for the entire system that I save and analyze. Here is what my Sense device shows for the entire year of 2023. I also included the 2022 yearly results as a comparison. There are several interesting observations from this yearly data. First, overall usage for the year was down from 25.38 megawatt hours to 22.88 megawatt hours, a reduction of 10% year over year. This reduction came from primarily a reduction in electric furnace usage in December, January, and February. We have a propane fireplace heater and switched to using that much more instead of the electric furnace. Also, there was one less person living in the house for most of 2023, so fewer showers and less laundry being done. Finally, we replaced the original electric stove with a combination propane burners with an electric oven, so that moved some of the electricity used to propane instead. Second, looking at the overall net figure at the bottom, we were able to produce 74% of the usage we had, as compared with 72% in 2022. If the solar array hadn't been down for over 3 weeks at the peak of solar generation in June-July, we should have been able to generate at least 1,000 more kilowatt hours for the year, and this would have increased our overall net figure to 78% of our power needs. The solar installer's design goal was to provide 80% of the overall power needs for the year, and this seems like a goal that is within reach for 2024. I am looking forward to seeing if we can get there. Here's a great summary chart for the entire year, showing the individual month's solar production, as well as a cumulative total of solar production throughout the year. You can see the gap between the 2 years start in June, and the production for 2023 couldn't catch up. Total solar production in 2022 was 18.3 megawatt hours versus 17.1 megawatt hours for 2023. To me, this also shows that the overall expected solar production for the year is going to be pretty close to what we have seen in the last 2 years. It's not like we can change something and suddenly increase solar production by 25%. Here's a summary chart for the entire year, showing each individual month's electricity usage. I made some adjustments in the house temperature starting in April, and started using an alternate heating source of propane, which is why the usage was lower, especially in November and December. The overall total electricity used in 2022 was 25.38 megawatt hours, as compared to 22.89 megawatt hours in 2023. This usage is 10% lower in 2023 versus 2022. Here's a great summary chart for the entire year, showing the actual amount I paid my electric utility each month. The amounts don't quite line up with the strict month dates, since the billing cycle isn't aligned to the beginning or end of the month. The $7.49 is the minimum or standing charge that I have to pay to be connected to the power grid. Main thing to note here is that I didn't pay for any electricity usage in 8 months of 2023, as compared to 7 months of 2022. I am expecting in 2024 to have one more month where I didn't have to pay for electricity usage. Even better if it turns out to be 2. Thanks for watching this 2023 year-end summary of our solar generation system. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so that other people can view this content as well. Have a great solar-powered day.